Another beautiful view looking back now at Charlie's Bunion. It's just gorgeous out here. I wish I could capture the smell in a bottle. It smells like Christmas trees out here, basically since Clingman's Dome. It's such a beautiful smell. And I love Christmas time, so I can't wait. So this is the trail coming from Charlie's Bunion. It's very narrow and it can be very dangerous. Earlier we were basically walking on ice. There's no snow pack from a couple of days before, from yesterday and the day before, and everybody was walking on it. And now this section is dry, luckily. But video is never going to give you a good idea of what the trail's like. This trail is brutal. There's parts where it's just icy or wet or so narrow, and if you got to pay attention. I mean, yeah, I'm videoing right now, but I'm not really looking at the video picture. I'm looking at the trail, because you can see if you go down, it's not going to be a good day there. That's not even that big of a cliff. But I fell yesterday at Clingman's Dome, literally on the observation spot. Nobody even said anything. It was just like, I didn't realize it. I walked to the opposite side and it was just straight ice patch. I hit the deck, well, I hit the ground, and then I just jumped back up, and I was just like, whoa. I didn't get hurt, but it's the same out here. If you're not expecting it, you got to be 100% on your game 100% of the time while you're hiking. And then when you get back to, wherever you're going, whatever camp, it's all about prepping for the next day. You got to make your dinner, set up your shelter, your tent or whatever you're staying in, tent, tarp, or hammock. And then here you go. Here's some of melted stuff, but yeah, you got to be on your game out here. You can get hurt. I've already met hikers that one broke his tooth, another, she hurt her knee, took her off the trail for a week, but she got back on. Her name's Indian Joe. She's from the Four Nations tribe. Really sweet woman, and she's gonna give it one more shot. But it's tough because we're only 10% into the trail, and people are still getting used to just being out here. To get hurt in the first couple weeks is you're constantly thinking about it. If you're not, I don't know what you're thinking about, but you're constantly thinking about stuff like that when you're going through a bad patch. Don't get me wrong, there are some patches that are really nice and you're just cruising speed. I was getting 18-minute miles the other day. I guess that was actually 3 or 4 days ago, on some flatlands. But, on average, I do 22 and a half in the morning times if it's, decent. Even, going up mountains, they don't last forever. And I'm better going up mountains than down. I laugh when I'm going up a mountain. I think it's funny how, heavy you're breathing and your heart's beating. It's a challenge. Going down, though, it's like, you got to walk so gingerly, because you're not just walking down. You got your pack on your back, so you got to be extra careful. Here we go. So for anyone that is not familiar with the Appalachian Trail yet, so you'll see these. This is called a white blaze, and they're painted on the trees. And usually you can see, if you have one, you can see the next one in the distance, within 200-300 feet. But it all depends on how that section is being maintained, because I went through sections where I started getting nervous, because you got intersecting trails, and if you don't see a white blaze, you're like, oh man, did I take the wrong trail? Because there are other trails that are just as beaten down. Sometimes you might just look back behind you and you might catch a white blaze for the southbounders, which are the people that are hiking from Maine to Georgia, vice what we're doing is Georgia to Maine. They haven't even started yet. They usually can start in June. That's when Baxter State Park in Maine opens. That's what Mount Katahdin is. And that's why most people that are going north, you know, they start March and April is your main months. Late February, this year, a lot of people started February 29th because it's a leap year. And, you know, that's memorable. But those first 2 weeks of March were brutal. I've met a few of them already. You know, they had to stay in hostels and stuff because it was brutal weather. And, you know, they're still, obviously they're still hiking. But, yeah, but here you go. Here's a good example of how narrow the trail can be. And that's a long way down. There's another beautiful view. Whoa, see that? That's why I got to pay attention. I'm going to end this video now because we're going up mountain. But I love you all. Hope you're enjoying the videos. Happy hiking.